What's up, guys? Final score is here tonight with our draft watch along. I hope you guys are doing good. Just got through guesting on the Sports Objective podcast with Kyle. Yeah, Kyle, Bubba, David, and David Glenn was actually a guest on that, which was a big thrill for me. If you guys are familiar with David Glenn, who's done a lot of sports radio over the years in North Carolina. Just a big thrill for me to be able to be on the same podcast with David Glenn. Um, so drafts today. Getting ready to start right now, as a matter of fact, just a few minutes. But big news today: Lamar Jackson gets paid. Where did my phone go? Oh no. Yeah, Lamar Jackson gets paid. Highest paid quarterback for right now. 5-year deal worth $260 million. At 185 million guaranteed money. Um, yeah, this is a guy that has missed almost half your games your last 2 years. He's had knee injuries. He kind of pulled up lame last year. Yeah, I think this is a big gamble for the Ravens right now, but may pay off. But me, no, I don't think so. I don't know if I would do it or not. But yeah, you see background we'll have the draft on. Who do I think the Steelers are taking? Whew, there's a lot of talk about them moving up. Uh, maybe to the ninth pick with the Bears. I've been hearing that. Hold on, let me put you up here, Sean. Uh, but you know, I I've been doing a lot of listening to different podcasts, and I don't know if you guys, as a Steelers fan, uh, I listen to Roger Goodell getting booed. Great. Uh, I listened to Ben Roethlisberger's podcast, and he had Ryan Shazier on this last week. And Ryan Shazier made a good point. Everybody's talking about offensive line. Uh, I think that offensive line came along really great last year. Hey, Sean, good taste, buddy. You see, I'm representing tonight. Um, I think the offensive line gelled together last year. The longer they were together, you could tell when Najee was able to run more. And I know they want to protect Kenny, but I think offensive line is good. I think with what we picked up in free agency, we're good. I think more pressing thing is a cornerback. If we're going to move up, I would love to see him, and I think this is a reach if they were going to move up to get Christian Gonzalez. If not, if he falls into their lap at 17, which I know he won't, uh, I would love to see that. But I think if they stay put, I think Joey Porter Jr. is going to be on the board there, and you know keep it in the family. But I think cornerback is more pressing need right now for Pittsburgh. I would love to see that secondary get back to how it was when you had Polamalu, you had Clark, you had Ike Taylor, you had Brian McFadden, and they're not bad right now. You've got a good group of safety. You got Patrick Peterson, but you want somebody. Peterson's getting up there in age, so yeah. Hey, everybody. Hey, hold on. Chris Hayes. Everybody's welcome here. Everybody's welcome. Don't worry about that. Even the Ravens. I'll take the Ravens in here. The NFL draft night is like one of my favorite parts of the whole NFL process, I guess, what you say, Chris. And, you're welcome here. What do you think, Chris? Steven, I'll get back to you in just a second about the Eagles or Dallas. Chris, what do you think? Do you think that what you paid Lamar is where he's worthy of what he got paid? $260 million. You think that's too much? Uh, I'm fine with it because we've had some battles with Lamar, but it hadn't been anything like we haven't been able to contain. But uh, what do you think? I want to hear what you think about it. Are you happy, or do you think he got paid too much? Steven, Eagles or Dallas NFC champion this year? The Eagles have lost a lot. They lost a lot to free agency. Of course, they're Kansas City. They're in Kansas City, so they're bringing out the trophy. Um, so for me, I think Dallas has got a better shot, but if I'm hearing a lot of talk about Eagles trying to get Derrick Henry, and I know that's probably a reach there, but if they get Derrick Henry, they're going to be pretty good. And I mean that's a big if, I know, but losing a lot, I think Cowboys. You think Lamar? The only problem I have with Lamar was great the first two seasons, but here's my thing, Stephen. And if you can disagree with me, that's fine. I mean, I'll put your comment up. Uh, the last two seasons, you've had injuries that kept you out over almost half of the games, and at the end of the year, and the injury last year to a knee injury that was lingering, and your knees and your legs are your biggest weapons. I mean, because come on, I mean, yeah, he can throw the ball, but he's not the most accurate. And as dynamic as he is, without the fact that he can, you don't know whether he's going to take off running or if he's going to throw the ball. Without that legs, look at RG3. When RG3's legs were gone, he became just another quarterback. And but we'll see how Lamar. This is going to be a telltale year for Lamar. First of all, coming back from that injury. Second of all, look at. Yeah, you do know about injuries in Philadelphia. Yeah. Uh, but you guys overcame it. I'm going to ask you a question in just a second, too, Stephen. Um, but Lamar, he's coming off an injury, and now he's got this big contract. And the last time the Ravens paid a quarterback a big contract, it was kind of like he relaxed and didn't play as hard. Flacco, look at how Flacco's play went down from that great Super Bowl run. And as much as I hate to admit it, he had one of the great playoff runs in NFL history as a quarterback that year. But after they gave him that big contract, his play diminished quickly. I mean, he never had a year that even came close to that Super Bowl, the last Super Bowl year. Steven, you just paid your quarterback big money too. And Jalen Hurts, well, pretty much same thing. Same thing as Lamar. But here's my thing with Jalen. And any quarterback, Lamar too. I don't know how it's going to hit. It's going to be a cap hit, but would you rather get a decent sized contract and have cap room to have weapons around you and win, to have a chance to win, or would you rather break the bank? I mean, yeah, I mean, Sean, hell, let me see what Chris Hayes put up here. Hey, brother, I'm here. I'll be here till my break is up. As far as I'm always getting the bag somewhere. Okay, I mean that's cool. That's cool. As long as you guys are happy. Uh, I just look I just look at the injuries, the leg injuries that he's had. I mean, missing over half the games the last 2 years, and you know, I don't know. I guess as a Ravens fan, I would probably be happy right now. But on the outside looking in, I guess I'm just looking at because when Ben came up on a big contract, we had to pay him, and I was happy about that, which a lot of people said at the time we paid him too much money. But we'll see. We'll see how it works out. Chris, thank you. And thank you for taking time off your break to come in here. All of you guys, appreciate you guys coming here. Sean, Cam could use some help, which Larry, I'm going to butcher his last name. The guy we got from Chicago, we just gave him a contract. So I think, they might draft a defensive lineman. There's definitely a possibility we get a defensive lineman late. not in the first round. I don't think there's anybody in the first round that is worthy of us moving up to number 9 to get right now. Jalen Carter would be great to get to if he fell, and it's with them, I don't think he'll fall that far. Everybody was talking about he might fall that far because of off the field issues. I don't think any team's stupid enough to let that guy go by them. He's ultra talented. I mean, he's going to be a star. Yeah, Jalen Carter. I don't think he's going to fall. I don't know if he'll go to number 9, but I don't think it's worth. Yeah. I mean, I pay more attention to them. I do watch some college football, but I pay more attention to the prospects once the season's over with, and I start looking at the draft. So I think we do need some depth on the defensive line, but I think we can pick up some good defensive linemen in later rounds. I think the more pressing issue is cornerback. You got Minka back there. You got Patrick Peterson on one side. Of course, Levi Wallace did play well last year, but you want a shutdown guy, and you want somebody that's somebody that's young. We need to get that Steelers defense back to how it was. Like I said, Polamalu, Clark, McFadden, Ike Taylor, Farrier, Harrison. We need to get that. Yeah, I hated losing Cam. That right there. Let's see. Yeah, O-line's good. Cam Sutton, I was shocked to see us let him go the way we did. Which I know he signed through free agency with the Lions, but he was one that had a tremendous upside. He came on really great last year. And it does upset me to see him go. I was hoping they would re-sign him, but yeah. And like I said, he was a young guy. We could have had him around for a while, and he was only going to get better year after year. Who knows? He may not play up to that potential in Detroit. It may be different systems than Pittsburgh. So Edmonds took the other deal. Yeah, I was impressed. I think we did well getting the inside linebackers. Holcomb, and I can't think of the other guy's name off the top of my head. I can never get his name right. But I think we did well with the inside linebackers. We need some. Our biggest problem was speed on linebackers that we couldn't cover tight ends. Devin Bush, and everybody knows about Devin Bush. Great first year. After that injury, he just digressed. He just went backwards. And I hope he does well in Seattle. But the way he's talking, he's throwing shots at Pittsburgh a lot in his interviews and talking about Tomlin and making little snide comments. But Devin Bush was a great rookie, and just like I said, after that injury, we went downhill. Edmonds, I did like Edmonds. I thought Edmonds fit in well back there with Minka, but Edmonds chose. I'm hearing that Edmonds had probably would have got a better contract with Pittsburgh, but he chose to go elsewhere. So it's going to be an interesting year for that. I think what Kenny Pickett does. Second year slump. If he avoids a second year slump, if the offensive line can keep progressing the way they did the last half of last year. Pick is in. I wonder if this is any surprise right here. No surprise there. Bryce Young, quarterback from Alabama, good pick by the Panthers. They finally get a young quarterback that they can build around. And yeah, a lot of Panthers fans were complaining when they made this trade about we gave up too much. And yeah, maybe you would have loved to kept DJ Moore. But yeah, they had to start somewhere. Start over somewhere. Yes. The Warren kid, I think the Warren kid helped Najee more than anything, Sean, because he gave, nothing against Benny Snell, nothing against McFarland, but Warren has explosiveness like I haven't seen out of a running back in Pittsburgh in a while. Najee will run and when he sees a lane, but Warren goes straight. I mean, if it's a hole he's supposed to go to, he goes straight through there and he goes hard. And I'm looking for a lot of good things out of him. I didn't, I remember when they signed him, just realizing, straight up and down the field, realizing he's Willie Parker's cousin, Fast Willie Parker. From the Super Bowl, 2005 Super Bowl, yeah, and he's from nearby Clinton, North Carolina, nearby me, Clinton, North Carolina. But yeah, so yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what Warren can do if he can get better. And he seems to be able to catch passes out of the backfield too. And that's something we need as well. We need another weapon. So number 2 pick there on the clock. Who we got? You guys, I'm going to ask you this if you guys still out there. Tennessee, they drafted Malik Willis last year in the 3rd round. And didn't really show a lot of confidence in him at the last part of the year when Tannehill went down. They had the game against the Jaguars to see if they go to the playoff and win the division. So instead of putting Malik Willis in, who was the backup quarterback, you go out and get Josh Dobbs off another team's practice squad. You remember Josh Dobbs, Sean? He was the 3rd string quarterback for it worked out a little bit better. I know you wanted Willis, but Pickett, it worked out a little bit better because there's something going on with Willis, evidently. He's done something or he's not picking up as quick as they wanted to because there's a lot of talk right now. Yeah, Dobbs is a freaking genius. And they signed Dobbs off the practice squad to start that game, and he had only been with the team for 2 games. Or maybe not even 2 games. I think he just signed that early in that week, and he picked up the playbook. And I don't know what. I don't even want to insinuate anything about Willis, but But now I'm hearing a lot of talk about the Titans moving up from 11 to 3rd, making a possible trade with the Cardinals to get Bryce Young, not Bryce Young, but C.J. Stroud from Ohio State. So what does that tell you about how Willis is the fact that they're even talking about it kind of would be disturbing for me if I was Malik Willis. First Alabama player draft, first overall. That's hard to believe. That is hard to believe that's the first one draft. So now we got Texans on the clock. They need quarterback, wide receiver, defensive lineman. A lot of talk about Tyree Wilson from Texas Tech going here, but I would not be surprised to see a quarterback go here. So let's see. It looks like what? That guy was moving stuff around. I don't know what that was. But I'm just I don't know. I think I would not be. Yes, sir. Thank you, Sean. I appreciate it. Have a good night at work, buddy. Stop by if you see me on again. Stop by anytime. I appreciate it. But yeah, I think that's would not be surprised to see a quarterback here. Maybe Bryce Young. Now, if Bryce Young gets picked here, then that would throw a monkey wrench in everything as far as what Tennessee is talking about doing. Will Levis? Would Will Levis go here? I don't know. Let me see. I'm going to check right quick, see if thank you, Nicole, if you're still out there. I appreciate the like. Nicole Zeller. She's my other podcast. Of course, if you guys don't follow that, On the Fly, that does music and entertainment stuff. Nicole has been working with Nicole at Brickshore Media in Nashville on some up and coming country music artists. So get a chance to check out the interview. Hey, all of you out there, follow me on my YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe. If you can, go to the podcast, wherever you listen to the podcast at, or if you don't listen to podcasts, check us out, both of them, and give us a 5-star review. That would help us more than anything right there if you give us a 5-star review. So let me look and see if anybody's commenting that I'm not picking up here. Here we go. Yep, I told you, C.J. Stroud. So that pretty much puts the whole uh, moving up for the Tennessee Titans right there. Unless they want to get somebody, I don't think they'd have to move up to get somebody like a Will Levis or maybe Richardson if they wanted a quarterback, but we'll see. So next up, Arizona Cardinals. Arizona's talked about trading, so would not be surprised to see a trade here. I'm sorry, guys. I'm looking to see. Scott Baker, I just saw your comment up here. It's because, like I said, some of these with this platform I use, I don't see some of the comments of it. Scott, it's good to see you back, bud. Good to see you back on Facebook. Glad you're doing good. Yeah, looking good. I don't know about that, bud. Maybe, yeah, and maybe you guys will have some good seasons. You definitely got a step in the right direction. I'll put it that way. But yeah, so now Arizona, like I said, I would not be surprised to see a trade come here. You guys watch ESPN or you watch NFL Network? Right now, I'm sure I've got ESPN on. I don't even know who's covering on NFL Network. Roger Goodell expects Commander sale to be announced in May. It's going to be that long? Well, that's not that long. It's next month. What am I talking about? It's like next week. So maybe that'll come to light next week. Potential Cardinals Titans deal for number 3 overall pick could include DeAndre Hopkins. Wow. Titans and Cardinals have been linked on a potential swap of first-round picks, with Tennessee moving up from number 11 to Arizona moving down to number 3. So they would get rid of Hopkins too. So they, you're not, but that may change now with C.J. Stroud off the board. That may be out the window. $5 years, $260 million. Wow. Anthony Richardson. How high will Anthony Richardson go? I've seen him up there at number 5. Of course, being from Eastern North Carolina, ECU fan, like I was on the Sports Objective podcast a while ago, we were talking about the draft. Be interesting to see. I don't think any ECU player will go first tonight, but interesting to see where a guy like Keaton Mitchell, who I think would be a steal for anybody, goes. A lot of talk about his size. He's got incredible speed, but a lot of people are talking about his size because he's like 5'6". Show the TV. What are you talking about, Al? I'm showing the TV. TV's right here. Okay, so CJ Stroud, number 2. Now Arizona's on the clock. We'll see if they do a trade. Houston just picked second. Now they're moving up to number 3. Wow. And then they'll end up taking Tyree. Tyree Wilson? I wonder if that's official yet with that trade. Uh-oh. Somebody's happy. Yep, it's official. He's an edge rusher, Sean. He's like a defensive level. So Houston's moving up. They've got the 2nd and the 3rd pick now. They just traded with Arizona. So that would move Arizona back to 12th. So right behind the Titans. So they're probably going to take Tyree Wilson. When was the last time any NFL team had back-to-back picks that early? I wonder what the earliest where a team had back-to-back picks is. Oh, they're happy about there, boy. It could be Will Anderson. Appreciate it, Chris. Thank you, bud. I appreciate the follow. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just not a Booger McFarland fan. Eagles could take Bijan Robinson, number 10. Jalen Carter, maybe, at this pick. Here we go. Let's see what they got. Will Anderson, Alabama. So now number 4. Indianapolis. So they need a quarterback. They definitely need a quarterback. They need a wide receiver. They need an offensive lineman. So let's see what Will Levis, maybe Richardson. I don't know. It'll be no telling what the Colts will do. What's up, Steve? You got a ways to go for your Cowgirls pick. I mean Cowboys pick. I'm sorry. I got to see who the Colts get. I'm gonna have to may have to take a break, guys, or go off because I hadn't ate supper yet. So this may be a short night for me. Just getting home, Steve. Really? What in the world? It ain't Christmas. What in the world are they doing to you? Uh oh. Richardson? Yeah, I think they're talking about Richardson, Anthony Richardson going to the Colts now. Ha ha ha. What's up? I had a phone call from another Steve Sumner. We'll see. How in the world did they keep you out this late? You need to get old Doug from King of Queens to help you. This is going to be another quarterback. It's probably Richardson from Florida. Yep, Anthony Richardson. Excuse me, Chris Richardson. What was I talking about? So he moved up big time. But I guess that was a need. That was a definite need for the Colts, and I know there have been a lot of talk, and that was a big reach about the Colts possibly trying to get into the Lamar Jackson chase, but I think that was a big. I think that was just smoke and mirrors there. So number 5. This may be the last pick I say on here for guys. I, I'm wearing down. Seattle. They need a quarterback, but there's no who's left. Will Levis is the only one left. That's first round pick, I would think. But they need defensive linemen. They need a linebacker too. But hold on one second, guys. Let me see if I can. Well, can I mute it? Sorry, guys. I had a phone call. A guy asking about how crazy the draft had been so far. He was on the road, so he didn't know what was going on. So yeah. So I'm gonna get ready to cut off. I'm just beat right now. But thank you guys for coming in, Sean, Chris, Al, whatever you were talking about, I don't know. Then Steven. Hope you guys get what you want to out of the draft. As an Eagles fan, I hope the Steelers get something good. But Baltimore, maybe not, Chris. I'm sorry. But thank you guys. You guys have a great night. We'll see you next time on the Final Score.